Hello everybody, just wanted to show you my tarp setup, the way I typically set up my tarp, and then the new Dutch way that I set up my tarp. Usually would just tie a standard hitch on the end that would slide on one end. I'm using 3mm glow cord, put a figure 9 in there as a backup, a pressic 2mm. This is 3mm to an S-beaner to my D-ring of my OES Deluxe tarp. Some snake skins, and then on my other end I'm experimenting with trying shock cord and running that to an S-beaner so that if it rains, hopefully this will give it a little more tension, and then a figure 9 on this end. So now I'll show you my new Dutch way of hanging my tarp. First off, I'll show you the parts that I created here. And I went back and forth with Dutch a lot to figure out this setup with a continuous ridgeline. Total newbie here to the tarp setups. And what I did here is it took me forever. If you look under in the hammock forums, talking about a locked Brummel. Yeah, I went back and forth with a lot of people to get this far, but as you can see, I got it. It looks nice and neat, and got a Dutch hook on the end of there. And then what I did here is a double fisherman's with some Spectra and put the Dutch Fly on the end of that. And what I'm going to do is show you how Dutch and I came up with this. He actually came up with the setup, and I'm just going to hook it all up and see how it works. This gives you a few more options according to Dutch as far as moving it back and forth. You press this on to your line so you can slide it back and forth. And then this is 7/64 Zinget, double fisherman, knot on both. I think this is 18 inches I started with, shrunk it down. He recommends wrapping it about 4 times to get it to bite real tight to the to this yellow Zinget. And the same thing here. I think I started at 16 or 18 inches of a loop and then put a double fisherman's in it. So Spectra, Zinget, 7/64, and then this is the 1.75mm standard yellow Zinget that you see. And then I also have a couple of loops here. I put the sheet bend in, and you'll see where this is going to be used when I connect this to the D-ring of the tarp. So let's get started with the locked Brummel, and it doesn't get any simpler than this. Just wrap it around, snap it on. That's one end. This is the Dutch Fly, and I just did a pressic knot with some Spectra. Like I said, double fisherman's knot on here, and then ran it in through one hole, go around the back of it, and then back through that second hole. So then once you've got your Zinget, gonna hook it here, go around the back, make sure it's snug where I want it, and it bites. It bites on itself, and if you want, according to Dutch's video, you can wrap it around a second time. And if you really wanted to, you could do a slippery half hitch or something off here as a safety. There's nowhere that's going anywhere. And it's pressicked on, so the advantage is you can slide this up or down if you wanted to with a continuous ridge line according to where your tarp is going to be for that night of camping. So I don't know, looks like it's a winner. It's going to work. Okay, now I got a piece of Zinget, and I just did a sheet bend here, and then I did a lark's head onto the D-ring, and I bought an extra set of hooks. This is according to Dutch, and I can take the hook and just hook it onto the Zinget. And this is the 7/64, I believe, and this is pressicked on, so I can use this as my adjustment. So I can pull this and get it as tight as I want. It's ultralight, it's easy to set up, gives you many options. Kind of takes place of the S-beaner.